Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the festive season. We are back over by the wall. The chatty wall is what I feel like calling this because this is where I do a lot of chatty videos where I don't actually do tutorials. I do my chatty videos, which is fun. I like it over here. I have to pull everything kind of over. Like my lights stay over there, I just brighten everything up, and then my laptop is over there, I can see it monitoring me. And my mic is right here and I have to stretch the wire across here. But yeah, it's still fun. I like having my little background. Today is an interesting video. It's going to be the palette wardrobe or the makeup wardrobe. I don't actually know what it's called. I seen it on Angelica Nyqvist's. She did a live stream version of it. Which I will list her channel down below. I'll tag her down there. So go check that out. I don't know exactly who created it. I'm pretty sure she mentions it in the live stream, but I can't actually remember. Someone created it. It's probably in her video where she mentioned it, but someone did create it, and I first seen it on her channel anyway. And I thought it was really interesting to kind of see what you would pick out of your collection for each kind of category of this, and you'll see what I mean. It's basically different occasions what you would pick that palette for. Before we get fully into it, I'm going to go through and show you guys all the palettes. Before we get into it, I have filmed this look. It's coming up, I think, after this video. Like, it's coming up in a couple of days, I'm pretty sure. And also my Instagram is linked down below if you want to see any up close pictures of the look. Plus I am currently halfway through my advent calendars for Christmas. I have 3. I have Glossy Box, NYX and Soap and Glory, and it's very fun times. I'm doing it on my story, so go follow me so you can check it out daily. It'd be very fun. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe down below to see more videos. I've got lots of tutorials like this. If you like this kind of makeup, this is a bit more of a grungy vibe, which I love. And also more festive things and lots more stuff going up in the new year. Then subscribe to my channel down below. So let's get into this video. So just before we get into the actual palettes I pick, so my kind of style of makeup, so these aren't normal palettes what everyone would think as these categories. My kind of style of makeup is colour, vibrant, rich colours. Love shimmers, love any interesting shimmers, duochromes, triochromes, or trichromes and multichromes. You know, no, actually, I have one multichrome actually, I think. And I love colour, I love grunge, I love spooky kind of things, but I love festive kinds of things. I'm one of those people. I love colour, love rainbows, I love very rich, vivid colours. One of my favourite colours is like a lime green and like a deep purpley pink colour. Like, that's my favourite 2 colours. And black. And black lip is my favourite lip to wear, so that'll also give you a indication as to what I kind of like. This is brown, not black, but I'm in love. And the palette I used for this look is actually in this video. So yeah, that's my vibe, just so you see where I'm going with this, okay? So the first category is wedding guest, or at a wedding, or your wedding, I think, maybe. I'm taking it as a wedding guest because I don't actually know what I would do for my own wedding makeup. I'm between 2 things. 1, super colourful, or 2, so simple with a black lip. Yes, for my wedding. Yes, I know. So I took it as, say, a wedding guest kind of thing. And the palette that I picked for it is actually one that's not really available right now, but I'm sure you can make up a palette very similar to this. It's from Makeup Geek. It's the Stroke of Midnight palette. It came out with their Christmas collection not last year, the year before last, I think. It's a beautiful semi-neutral but kind of a grungy palette. You'll hear grunge a lot in this video, I think. You've got a beautiful deep rich dark brown and a burgundy kind of colour, so you have 2 different dark mattes that you can really deepen everything up. You have a duochrome, one of those blue brown teal kind of looking ones, beautiful coppery, like copper penny kind of colour, warm colour, a neutral brown, which I always love. This one here like is a white, shimmery white that reflects peach, so it goes lovely with the warmer tones. And you've got a couple of greens which go great with the brown. To me, that's a lovely neutral palette that I could do a very glam look with. Brought this on holidays a couple of times, and I just feel like I can get a soft look if I want a soft look, or a very deep look, or a colourful look, because there's a bit of green, there's a duochrome there, and a bit of burgundy. You can do something colour, but it's still really glam and smoky, so I think that'd be very nice. Do you get the idea? It's not going to be a lot of neutrals here. Not going to be a lot of neutrals. The next category then is date night. Now, my boyfriend loves this kind of vibe of makeup. He loves the very dark lips. He loves the very smoky, grungy kind of eye. He loves when I blend eyeshadow to my eyebrows. He's not one of those, oh, you look better without makeup. Although he does think that as well. But he's not one of those people. He loves seeing all the elements put together, and then he's like, oh my god, you look so glam. Yeah, that's what he kind of likes. So for my date night, I'm picking, kind of cheating, the Mama Mitchell palette because it has all the colours in it. On one side here, this is the Mama Mitchell and Beauty Bay palette, sorry, because he has his own brand out now. So on one side, I have all your beautiful warm orangey sort of tones. I don't want to blind you with the mirror. The mirror is detachable, so I should actually just take it out. So on one side you've got all your kind of warmer tones. There is lovely like mustardy colours up here. You've got beautiful and a couple of shimmers. On this side here you've got 4 shimmers. All kind of go with whatever row they're on, which I think is really, really fun. This one here is a white that reflects kind of a pinky red, and the most gorgeous gold mustard, super, super hot pink. This pink here is insane. And then on the other side is the grunge side, basically. But you could just mix the two, like that's everything you need. You don't need any more than that. You've got another kind of brown, some more purpley tones. These purples I've gotten a lot of use out of. Greens, beautiful lime green, which I adore. This black is fabulous. That dark brown is lovely. The blues are fabulous. On this side here you've also got 4 shimmers, kind of a bronzy darker gold than say this one here is more of a yellowy gold. This here is a white that reflects a bluey purple. This one up here is a white that reflects green, so you can use them as toppers. And then this one down here is like a deep purpley royal colour with like a purple reflect through it as well. Very nice. I think that's really, really fun because I have everything I need there. I've used this many times when me and him were going out, when we were allowed to go out. When we were going out, and I can just create whatever I want. I can go super bright and fun, or I can go super, super dark and grungy if I want to. I don't really know how long this video is going to be, so get yourself some tea like I have. For category number 3, I'm only at the beginning and I'm already losing count, is girls' night. So me and my me and my 2 best friends, my best friends, we used to do like not a girls' night but a girly day. It was called Girly Day, and we would go to one of our houses, whoever it was, and we all kind of had a lot of makeup, or we would all sit and watch movies and play with stuff, or even we would bring makeup over to whoever's house and we would just sit there and play. We have literally sat and gone through the drawers and just sat there swatching things. We listen to music, we watch a TV show, whatever it is, and we just chat shit basically. And we chat about makeup and whatever it is. So that always reminds me of those, and the kind of colours that remind me of those come in this palette here. So this is the Astro Pink Futurism 3 palette from Kaleidos. It has everything that kind of reminds me of these colours remind me of those. So this is the kind of palette I would bring because they'd love this palette. So in this, let me turn it this way, it's the right way. In this here you've got a sparkly black. It's one of those like matte with a sparkle in it. Not my favourite all the time, but whatever. This one here is a gorgeous duochrome. It's like this teal that reflects purple. It's stunning. I have an IGTV up on my Instagram with that one, or with this palette, and also I have a 2 Looks On palette and a first impressions with this, which I'll list all over the place. But if you want to see any of the videos with these palettes, unless I haven't done any, but I'm pretty sure I have done at least one video with every single one of these, except maybe the Makeup Geek one. Just go onto my YouTube channel and search the palette and it should come up for you. Gorgeous purple, definitely reminds me of my friend Charlotte. I don't know why, they just do. Same with these 2 colours, this does, but like that duochrome reminds me of my friend Vicky. This here is like a light pinky platinum lavender. It's so reflective, oh my god. Yeah, I just feel like this is a fun little palette that I would bring if we were going out anywhere. If we were, like say we were getting ready in one of our houses, this is the kind of palette I would pull out for one of them to use, or I would use. That's the kind of thing. For the next category, it's vacation. So what would I bring on a vacation? And the palette that I have brought on vacation a few times is my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. So this one here is, if someone was to say to me, I'm going to pick a palette for you, I don't think they'd ever pick this for me, but I love this palette, like beyond words. I love this palette. It does have one of the worst eyeshadows in it in my collection, which is sadly that bright purple. Sadly, because I love colour, so that's the only thing about it. But everything else about this, even the pressed glitter, there is a pressed glitter, so that's there. Even that, stunning. I did a look with that in my 3 Lux One palette. Gorgeous mix of neutrals. On this side you've got more of your warmer fiery jewel tones. On this side you've got more of your neutral tones. There's duochromes in it. There's gorgeous metallics. This colour here, Turkish Light, is my favourite colour in the palette, I think. Yeah. I've brought on holidays with me, and it goes so great, especially when you're getting a bit of a tan and you're putting a bit more bronzer on, and it all just works so nice, and you can just get a real nice mix of colours. I like a mix of looks I can do with a palette. I don't want to bring a little quad with me and I'm limited to say 3 looks. I want to be able to do 10 looks out of that quad, so I need a mix of colours. Okay, we're at the halfway point. Number 5 is graduation. And I remember my graduation. I remember exactly what makeup I wore for my graduation. It was my signature rainbow look. I was obsessed with doing a rainbow look because that's how I learned how to blend colours together, and that's when I was into makeup. Like, that's when I was like getting into it. I wasn't like out of high school, as you would call it in other places. For us it's secondary school in Ireland, so I wasn't out of there yet, but I was graduating from there and I wanted to really show off, so I was like, I'm gonna show all of the colours and how I can blend all the colours. I'm gonna do rainbow. So for my graduation, I'll pick the September Rose Slush palette. This is such a beautiful rainbow palette, and it's so bright, and you have every colour you could possibly need in this. The only thing it's missing is a true red, but you have like pinks and kind of reddish oranges here, so it's fine. The textures are stunning. Even there's 1 or 2 in here, I'm pretty sure it was this one I said, or else it was the blue raspberry, was in my least favourite shadows in my palettes video, but it still works really well. But compared to everything else, it's probably the worst. You've got a shimmery kind of off-white colour, this kind of a bluey, almost a duochrome but not quite. Yeah, you just have a bit of everything there. The only thing I would say I'm missing is a shimmery lime green, because it's all like fruit and cocktail inspired. So if you had a shimmery lime green somewhere here, like say maybe, I don't know even where you'd fit it, because you'd need those other colours. I don't know. Shimmery lime green would be the only thing I'm missing from this palette, so I'd probably add that to it. But it's so nice. And next up is Christmas Day, and it's actually the palette that I'm wearing right now. And if this is not a Christmas Day palette, I don't actually know what is, because it's called Christmas Morning and it's from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This palette, I would say, contains one of the best, I was going to say the best, but I don't know, I'll have to compare. One of the best, in my top 3 best shimmer formulas in the world. Better than a loose pigment. That's how good it is. Like, this one here, and look at it, it's just so stunning and so Christmassy. It's great for this time of year, which is why I'm using it so much. I've done a first impressions already. This is part of my 3 Lux One palette, which will go up in a couple of days, and I will be doing a palette bingo, hopefully. And look at it. It's just all Christmas. You have your silver, you have your gold. You've got this super beautiful, which is what I have on now. I also have Milk and Cookies on, and I have a mix of these two as my liner. You've very true red, which I did try on its own, so I knew it was a true red. A shimmery kind of rusty red. This is not like one of those blue-brown kind of ones. It's definitely more green, and the base of it is definitely a lot deeper. So yeah, and this green, emerald green, stunning. The brown is fabulous to warm any of this up, goes perfect, and you could literally do like 1, 1, 1, and 1. Or you could go across this way, or you could go diagonal. Like, you're endless here with this. I love this palette. I think it's so fun, so Christmassy, and this is exactly, like, if it was Christmas morning, this is the palette I would be picking up, because it's a Christmas palette. And you don't have to wear it at Christmas. That's not what I'm talking about. And I don't always do that. But when I wake up Christmas morning, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to wear my Christmassy palette. Like for Halloween, I like all my spooky palettes. Same thing. For number 7 is birthday party. So if it's my birthday party, I have this palette, or anyone else's birthday party really. But say it was my birthday and I can do what I want because it's my birthday. Weirdly, it's kind of a neutral palette, a little bit. It's like a half neutral palette. This is the Kaleidos Futurism 2 Cyber Bronze palette. Love these palettes, by the way. I had a whole time during the summer doing a lot of looks and a lot of videos with these. I think this is a stunning palette. It's so stunning and it's so grungy and just, oh yes, it's so pretty. Packaging is stunning. It's nice and small, so if I was away anywhere, or I needed to get ready at my boyfriend's house, or I don't know, was getting ready with my friends, whatever. This is so simple. It has everything I need. So this silver is one of the best silvers in the world. This red is beyond stunning. This mustard shade, fabulous. I did a 2 looks on palette with it. I did a first impressions and a 2 looks on palette with this palette. And I've used them all. And one of my 2 looks on palettes was the mustard, the dark brown, the darkest brown, and the silver, and that was it. On my eye, not a cut crease, no nothing, just that, no liner, silvery waterline because I had a silver liner for that, and a kind of a grey brown lip, loads of bronzer. I was kind of freckly because it was like the middle of the summer. I've never felt more glam in my entire life, I don't think. Well, I have. There is 1 or 2 times where I felt equally as glam, but it was one of those times where I was like, feeling myself, I'm never taking this makeup off, this is my forever makeup right now. Yeah, this is, and all I want on my birthday is to feel so glam and be the most stunning creature in the world. Okay, next up, it's a weird one. The next one is office, so what you would wear to the office or to work. I'm a makeup artist. I can wear whatever makeup I want. So yeah, I don't do a whole little bit of liner or like a little bit of brown on the eyes or a tiny bit of shimmer or whatever. I can go whole ass. I'll wear the black lip into work, but even though I'm wearing a mask, it doesn't actually make a difference. But I used to all the time. I'm a makeup artist. I work for a brand. I don't like to disclose that because I don't like people to think I'm biased. But I work for a brand and I can wear whatever I want, whatever kind of makeup I want. So I picked this palette because it's very my vibe. It's very the vibe of the people that I work with as well. This is not the brand I work for, by the way, but just this is what they love to see as well when I do wear it. So I kind of wear a lot of these kind of things because everyone's like, oh, I love your makeup today. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So this is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. I only just got it this year, and I did a first impressions and I did a 3 looks on palette with this. I will probably in the future do a palette bingo. I've kind of gone off doing palette bingos for a little bit just because I don't know. I love doing 3 looks on palettes. That's like my favourite video to do. But this is stunning. I've been wanting this since it launched and I only just got it this year. This how it looks here. It's witch inspired and it looks like a spell book. I'll try and show you so it's not blinding you. There we go. That's more accurate to the colours. So up here you've got like a row of purples. You've got a row of a neutrally kind of look. And then down here you've got more greens and golds. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shimmers, 2 of which are more like metallic satin, and then the other ones are more chunky, sparkly kind of ones, not pressed glitters, but just chunky. And I just feel like these are like these down here. I did a look in my 3 looks on palette using this palette with this green, yes, those 2 greens and this, and then a green lip, and I put it up on Instagram and everyone in work was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And I was like, oh, thank you. It's very simple. But it was because I had a green lip with it. And they like that kind of vibe. They like that I'm a bit more out there with my makeup. So this is me. I love this. I think it's so cute. It's just everything I can do. I can do purple and greens together, which I did. And we can go neutral if I want to. If I did want to and do something more dramatic on the lip. But why not do a dark eye and a dark lip like I have on now? Alrighty, we are in the home stretch. So number 9 is everyday palette or running errands palette. So just your everyday kind of makeup look. I don't have one. If I'm flying to the shop or going into town for no apparent reason, probably won't wear any makeup because couldn't be bothered. When I wear makeup, I like to wear it with intention. I don't like doing very soft natural makeup. It doesn't suit me. It's weird, I know. I like natural makeup that is amped up, like maybe nice liner with it or something like that, but to me doing a barely there makeup actually doesn't do anything for my face, so I prefer to go all out for everyday makeup. Now, in saying that, I will do an easy, quick, throw something on my eye kind of thing, and I feel like with this palette I could probably get away with doing that. But this is, I said it in the video with this palette, this is a neutral palette for me. So this is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics Grunge palette. Look at that packaging, it's so stunning. And inside here we do have neutrals. There is neutrals in, but they're grungy neutrals, and I think this is like the perfect everyday palette. If I could pick one palette, not for the rest of my life, never, oh my god, that's like picking children, let's not go there. But I feel like this is just the kind of palette that I can just, you know, super soft, and even the shimmers are kind of soft as well, or lean on the softer side. You have a bit warmer, you have your neutral brown, but there's a black and a purple, a purpley pink and a more of a royal purpley blue. And these give me those elements that make me want to use it all the time, because I can add them in if I want to. I can do that neutral look, which I did in my 3 Looks on palette with this, but I don't know, I just feel like this would be something that I'd be like, oh, I'll bring that because I know I can make it work. I know it's easy. I know I can throw together something that's everyday or super glam, if I wanted that for everyday as well. And then the last one for this video is, this is a fun video, I like this, is New Year's, what you would wear on New Year's. Now, weirdly enough, for New Year's, I have this thing about Christmas. I don't know what it is, okay? So whenever I think Christmas, I think Christmas. So I'm in Christmas mindset. I associate everything with colour. I don't know what, I can't actually remember what it's called. I remember seeing it somewhere. I associate things with colours or colour schemes or that kind of thing, everything in my head. So for me, Christmas is gold, red and green. Obviously they're very classic Christmas colours. That's not a psychological thing, that's just a standard Christmas thing. But then for New Year's, I think silver. Am I the only one, or does everyone think silver as well for Christmas? Because I think of New Year's as silver. I don't know, unless it might be just because our decorations were always gold. I don't know. So I always tend to, on Christmas, have something gold and maybe a red lip. And then for New Year's, I always try and do something with silver. So for that reason, I'm going to go with my it's so cute, isn't it? Huda Smoky Obsessions. Stunning palette. I actually pretty sure I used this last year, and I'm pretty sure I used the thing I'm going to show you with it as well. It's this palette here. It's quite neutral as well. All this here is all quite neutral. A little bit of a warm colour here. Beautiful, deep, rich browns. Gorgeous shimmers here on this side as well. Nice shimmery dark brown, which I don't really think I've used that much. See this silver? It's the reason I bought this palette, was because of this silver and this black. Those two reasons, that's all I needed to buy this palette. Such a stunning palette. The black is unreal. The silver is also unreal. I'd have to compare it to the Kaleidos one, just to see, and also the Give Me Glow Christmas Morning palette as well, just to see how it looks. But I'm pretty sure this is the palette that I used, but I think I used this on top, because I remember using this on Stephen's Day one year as well, but I used it on New Year's last year. So this is the Inglot Body Sparkles. This is nothing to do with the palette, by the way. I'm just showing you this with this palette is stunning. It's the Body Sparkles in 66 is the shade. It's this gorgeous platinum shimmer. I was shocked and stunned when I first used it with no glitter primer. Look at this. So I hope you can see that there. That's like what it looks like there, the pigment. It's part of Inglot's like glitters, but to me it looks like a very, very sparkly pigment, and super, super fine if it is a glitter, but it's so metallic. I bought it out of like a gift card that I got one year for Christmas, and I was like, oh, I'll wear this for New Year's because it's silver, and I like silver on New Year's. But when I first put it on, I was like, oh my god, no glitter primer, because I didn't know that existed. Well, I knew it existed, but I didn't use it as much back then. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this year in my New Year's tutorial that I'm going to pop up sometime after Christmas, in between Christmas and New Year, obviously. And I'm probably going to use this palette because I haven't used it in a very long time. So look forward to that. So that's my New Year's little combo that I want to do. Alrighty guys, so that is it for my palette wardrobe, I think it's called. All of you guys are tagged. Anyone who watches me, you're tagged. Either leave me a comment down below, let me know your picks for this. I'll have all the prompts and all the categories in the description box down below. So leave me yours down below. Or if you do YouTube videos, do a YouTube video and tag me in it, and tag Angelica as well, because that's where I first seen it. So, or whoever actually made it first as well. But yeah, it's fun. I like doing these kind of videos. I love going through all my palettes and everything. Don't forget to subscribe down below, because I've got lots more coming up this year for Christmas and all those kind of things. Very fun things come up, and you'll see this video as well. Also, don't forget to follow my Instagram down below, because you'll see this look go up in a few days or so, or during next week, I think. And yeah, that's fun. I also, next year, I'm planning on doing an up close look at my collection, my makeup collection. I know I did a drawer by drawer, my drawers are right there, my drawer by drawer of my collection, but I think I might go in and pick out categories. So maybe do like my liquid eyeshadows, maybe do my pigments, show off my glitters. I might not swatch the glitters, but I'll swatch the other things. All my palettes, and give like a 2-part video to all my palettes and swatch everything, just so you can see the colours and to kind of talk through them. Maybe my lipsticks, MAC lipsticks, I have a lot of those, a lot of liquid lipsticks. I might do a whole series of that next year, because that's fun. Because I don't really do declutters. I did a declutter before coronavirus hit Ireland, pretty much, or as it had just hit Ireland, and before we went into lockdown over here in March. So I don't feel the need to declutter, because everything I'm getting now is stuff that I want to use. It's not like I don't use anything. There's 1 or 2 palettes maybe that I could probably get rid of, but I haven't done it, and I'm not doing a declutter. So it's just an up close look at my actual collection and what kind of things I have, what kind of things I like, and what they actually look like, and compare them to each other as well. Yeah, I think that would be very fun. So hit subscribe down below to see all that as well. Don't forget to leave me the comment down below of your own answers to all this, and hit like down below as well, because that gets my video around to more people. It's the easiest way to give me your support. Also subscribing as well, but hitting like gets me a little bit happy every day. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.